You too. What's up, man? It's your boy Nonfiction, and it's been a slight minute. I've been doing a lot of things for cybersecurity. I'm trying to get some certifications. Yay me. I completed the Google Coursera course. Finished all of that with a 4.0 GPA. So right now I'm going for my Security Plus and then CYSA and so on and so on. So I'm trying to dive into that. With that being said, I'm uploading. Now, as you can see, we got Candace Owens on the screen, and I've been kind of conflicted with some of her viewpoints politically. But this is not a political video because I do believe we have similar agreements when it comes to her viewpoint on relationship roles, if I want to say that, right? Responsibility as far as relationship and women's viewpoint on life, and I can kind of lean towards some of the things that she says that I agree with. Now, let's take a look at this video. I glimpsed at it a little bit, didn't finish it. Don't even know if we're going to touch the whole video. We'll see how it goes. But let's get to it, because I missed y'all. You heard? We had a slight malfunction. I got to make sure. Go back to this screen over here.
Revenge of the feminists. They're suddenly upset that women are embracing the quote-unquote trad wife lifestyle, which means that feminists, who have been spiking the ball for a very long time on trad wives, are now creating this delusion in the media, right? They're starting to write, and it's women. It is women that are writing these articles. I have paid attention, just trying to highlight how, actually the trad wife lifestyle is dangerous. It could lead to this. It could lead to that. And so I saw this article in CNN, and it was written by an intern, actually. Her name is Taylor Niccioli. And yes, Taylor is a woman. And the headline is, "A single mother speaks out on how the trad wife lifestyle led to her divorce." Oh my gosh, if you guys are thinking about getting married and taking care of your kids and making meals for your husband, just know that this cautionary tale that they keep telling you, these other women are telling you, these other women who are barely getting paid to write these articles are telling you really as a form of a projection. But let's explore this. This is actually fascinating. So,
Pause. The influence that women have on each other is just so, how can I put it? It's like the power is godly. Like their ability to influence each other, whether it's right or wrong, is just crazy. Case in point, I was in a relationship, and before the one I'm in now, and I was in a previous relationship with two women, and everyone knew everybody. We was doing our thing. We was all getting along, right? One big happy family during this particular time. And one thing I noticed is what one didn't want to do, the other was willing. It's kind of like this thin tug of war, like, you know what I mean? But nothing cancerous or toxic. It was just like that desire to please. And because one wanted to do a particular thing, the other one was like, you know what, I'm not going to be the oddball out. Let me do it too. So I can agree that women influence each other like to astronomical levels. It's crazy.
The first sentence I'll just read to you because they're trying to paint a picture. Sporting retro 50s hairstyles and cinched aprons, trad wife influencers have taken over a pocket of the internet. It goes on to tell the story of Anitza Templeton of Littleton, Colorado, embodied the trad wife lifestyle for 10 years. At 4 a.m., she would start making bread and begin prep for the day's meals, always from scratch. The mother of four would do all of the household chores while her husband focused solely on breadwinning. Here's a quote from Miss Anitza. Social media can make everything look really pretty because it's a 30-second clip, but 30 seconds out of 10 years really omits a lot of ugliness in those relationships. So just to be clear, Anitza is now 41 years old and she is speaking out about her former imprisonment because, I don't know, I guess she felt she had to wake up at 4 a.m. to begin baking bread. I mean, what an absolute nonsense. I follow these quote unquote trad wife accounts and nowhere do I feel pressured to wake up at 4 a.m. to bake some bread. So if you're doing that, that's on you, babe. That is on you, babe, okay? Now, let's cut to who this Anitza Templeton person actually is, because I was interested. I'm like, let's not read the CNN propagandist piece, which is telling women do not do this because the government will lose the power that we have over every facet of your life. If women start staying home and rearing their children, then we won't be able to brainwash their kids in school and mom will start paying attention to the homework again and realize that we've become a bunch of perverts and we're raising them up to believe in government dependence. I mean, let me calm down because it infuriates me to see this. But I decided to look up Anitza on TikTok and she makes videos talking about her prior relationship. So let's listen to Anitza in her own words.
Honestly, I started going to therapy. He was tired of how horrible my sex drive had declined after all the children and everything was my fault. And I was just the worst person, wife, mother, everything in the whole entire world. So I made an appointment at the doctor thinking I had something wrong with like my hormone levels or something. Like, obviously I'm gonna keep pushing through, this is my life. And I was just kind of a shell of a human and a robot of version of myself. I went to the doctor and said, hey, I'm getting a little bit older, I'm in my like later 30s, like could you test me, is there something wrong? And like I was just kind of, you know, very dead inside. And the doctor, you know, way to go to her, she picked up immediately what was going on. She like asked a little bit more about my personal life and then she said, I'm not testing anything, I want you to feel better first.
You are a wife. Give up that cat, give up that cat, give up that cat, give up that cat. You are a wife. Don't be acting selfish with that Jojo. You are a wife. Give up that cat, give up that cat, give up that cat.
And she prescribed me an antidepressant. I got in trouble for
I was having fun.
that drove me to the appointment and then picked me up, and he was so excited to hear what was this magic fix. And when I told him that they prescribed me an SSRI, he lost his
Okay, let me tell
this. I mean, look, man, like, bro, this is killing me. That look, men like sex, man. Women want men to be monogamous and they want them to focus all on them and they want them to pay all the bills and they want to be and this and that and that and this and that. And you telling me you can't even do conjugal rights? Like, I don't understand that. What's wrong with, see, my biggest problem is women have these list of problems and no solution. When are you going to come up with the solution? Not only when you figure out what the solution is, actually go through the proper steps and the remedies to fix the problem. Like, not, oh, this is the problem, this is the problem, this is the problem. I'm feeling like I'm I'm not really attracted to myself because, my weight not really right. Okay, so when you going to go to the gym? Right? So you're not going to go to the gym. You don't feel good about yourself because your weight. And because you don't feel good about your weight, you don't want to do your conjugal responsibilities. That doesn't make sense to me. But you still want a man to do his manly duties. Provide, protect, whatever. Like, y'all get down in the comments. Let me know what you think. Like, I'm not with it.
Tell you what she actually just said there. She said, I wasn't having sex with my husband. Okay. I went to the doctor to see if there was a hormone issue of why I didn't want to have sex with my husband. And my doctor said, girlfriend, hero doctor, don't even think about if you're having a hormone issue. Here's a pill for depression, and it's just going to make you happy. And we're going to just prescribe you SSRIs, which can fundamentally change your brain chemistry. There's been plenty of examples in the media of women killing themselves, killing their children after being prescribed an entire cocktail of SSRIs. So her husband was not keen for her to just be given a pill before you even test for hormones. That sounds remarkably sane to me. But I guess we're supposed to think, oh my God, what a monster. He wasn't even happy for her that she got this magic pill that was just going to make her life absolutely perfect. And by the way, I really am not sure that if she was taking SSRIs, that was going to bring up her sex drive in any capacity, but she got a feminist doctor. Thank goodness she did. And that's not all she got. Take a listen to the rest of what she admits.
And I was like, okay, yeah, maybe the problem is me. I'll go to therapy. Maybe it's me. So but I knew what the problem was. I went to therapy and I started telling the therapist all the stories, like all the arguments we had been having. And, if anything, I was twisting the story to lean more to him. Like, I was definitely giving him all the benefit of the doubt and definitely being, like, brutally honest with what I was
that could be manipulation.
Definitely giving him the benefit of the doubt whenever I told her the story.
Manipulation, shawty.
Was like, so I'm concerned for you. It sounds like the person you're with has some sort of a personality disorder. I can't diagnose them. I've never met them. But just from your story,
the therapy is about you.
I would assume there's definitely something wrong.
Oh my God.
And she just started to make a whole bunch of things piece together. And from going through the motions of putting myself first and making sure that I was taking care of myself, once I could see him for what it was and I also started reading the book Why Does He Do That by Lundy Bancroft. There's free.
Okay, that's it. I can't take anymore. Shout out to Candace Owens for this video. Listen, go subscribe to her channel. Go support her. She has some really good point of views when it comes to this type of feministic battle that is killing the relationship structure. I mean, just nuclear warheads. Anyway, I think this is total BS, and I think that if you're in a relationship, you have to figure out how to make it work. You have to figure out how to make it work. You have to figure out how to make it work, especially if you got kids. Too many people willing to quit and give up. If you got to go to the gym to get your relationship right, do that. If you got to buy some lubrication or do some other toys or have a whatever type of relationship you need to make sure the family stays together, you need to do that. People lost the ability to do what needs to be done to keep the relationship together. You're so caught up in how you feel emotionally, what you're getting, what you're not getting. What are you getting? What matters the most? People will sacrifice their relationship for emotional stability. You gain emotional stability, but guess what? You affect everything around you negatively. Your kids now have dysfunctional emotional structure or all this other stuff. Right now, you got to get in the workforce. It's just, most of these things don't end up well. The trade-off ends up not being worth it. But you already know what it is, man. It's your boy Nonfiction. We back at another video you heard. Get down in the comments. Let me know how you really feel. And if you want to duke it out, we could get sturdy. You heard? The realer, the better. Peace.